Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In this tutorial, we will walk through the process of building an SAP HANA native application using SAP HANA Cloud and the Cloud Application Programming Model that is called CAPM. This beginner level tutorial will cover the setup of your development environment and the creation of a basic application structure. Let's start. So this is my development environments in the cloud. So you can also use the VS Code to develop any new projects, but I am using the SAP Business Application Studio, and I have also installed an SAP HANA database in the cloud environments, and you have to make sure that your database is running. And I have also created and dev space. So these all are required to create a new project. So that is, if I go to my business application studio, you can see that I am already in project. So I have to go to the new terminal. So here I have to go to my project structure, CD. So now I am in projects folder. So if you want to create a new project, you can create in the project directory. So I have already created some projects inside that projects directory. So again, I'm back to the projects to create a new project. So here I will just copy and paste that code. That is the command. So for the this is the basic command to create a new projects. That is the CDS, what is called the Core Data Service, and INIT HANA Cloud, that is the project name. So you can see that I have already HANA Cloud is there. So I just make a new project like CAPM, and I also added some feature here like HANA, MTA, and the pipeline. Enter. Okay, so now you can see that on project just created, and it's also added some feature, MTA, HANA, those what I added. So now I have to go to the projects. I can directly go from here, or I can open from here. Like if I open folder, that is the projects, and that is my new projects. So open. Okay, so that is my new projects what I just created. So you can see the every CAPM projects, there is 3 default file or folder, what is called the app, DB, and SRB, and it will also create the CDSRC JSON. Basically that is the empty, but we can configure, and also it will create some file later, and that is also MTML file. So all configurations and everything is like resource and database type, deployments, all configuration related is there, and it is also created on package.json. In that package.json, that is all required dependency, scripts, and CDS required data, everything is there. It's basically all package related information. Okay, so that's the basic applications I have just created. So now what we need to do, I have to install. You can see that there are some require dependency like SAP HANA CDS, Express, and SAP HANA. Those packages need to install. So what I will do, I have to create those packages. So just for the new application, and I am in the project directory. Now I have to install, that is called npm. Okay, so it will install the all basic package, and it will also install the all dependency what is required to develop this process. It will take some time. Let it be done. After that, I will show you how to configure. Okay, so this is done. So now I have to configure the package.json. So that is CDS. So we have to change, like I have already here. So basically, if I remove that CDS and okay, so here what I have done, in the build session, when I build this process, it will generate some file in the default folder, but I don't like this default folder, so that is the reason I have changed the locations of target folder. So that is just for some configurations, and here it is also changed some deploy format. This format is HTTP table syntax formats and requires the HANA DB. So now what I need to do, so here I can create a very simple table, like that is the inside the DB folder. I create a very simple, like schema.cds. So here that is just a very simple table. The table name is base and it is just one column. I just save it, and now what I need to do, so here the apps is basically it's nothing. So in my DB folder I have added one table. So now what I can do, I can build terminal, new terminal. Okay, so here if I put in the CDS build, in the root directory, if I build the CDS, then you can see the target folder. The target folder is not by default because I changed here. So the target folder I have changed to db source generate. So, and you can also see the HDI config and namespace and basic HTTP table. this basic HTTP table is generated because like I have created on schema or just a simple table, and if you go to the DB source gen, and you can see that is the same table it created. So it will create after building the applications. So that is the command to build, and you have to make sure that when you execute the CDS build, then table also created in HTTP table extension. Okay, so now here it is generated the table, and what else it has generated, and see that is the node module it has created once I install the npm. Okay, so SRB is just a simple, MTML also is there, and package is there, so it's look like everything is good. So now what I have to do, in DB folder you can see that there is a package folder here, but my directory is in the DB folder, and the DB folder there is no package. So what we can do, I can manually copy from here, then I have to customize, or in the root directory I can just execute on command that is called HANA CLI create module. So you can see the module updated, and now if you go to the DB folder, you can see it has created on package.json. This is required to run the applications, otherwise it will say that it will not execute, and it will not find any package. And here you can see that is another dependency, like when we were in the root directory, and that time we found some dependency, and here also now we are in the DB folder, and you can see that there are some other dependency. So again, what we need to do, we need to install the npm. So now so basically we have to go to the DB and npm, because there are some dependency inside that DB module. So you can see in the DB module it also created on node module, and it installed some dependency. Okay, so now what need to do, now our projects has created, and I have also created a new table here, that is my schema, and I have seen that this is generated in the source gen basic table, and it also now it is ready for the deployments. So what I have to do, I have to create a container in my database. If I create a container, then in that container I have to deploy this basic table with that command, and later I can change the table or we can alter the table. Okay, so for that purpose, what I have to do, I have to create a service. So this service, that is, so let's go to my root directory. So before creating the service, it's better always to log in to my cloud. So it is called the login. I can see the API destinations. Password. Okay, so everything is fine. I can see the user, orgs and space. So now I can see the existing service, that is CF services. That is just some existing service, but I have to create a new service. So for create a new service, if I go to the HTML file, I can see the resource, that is the service name and type and service plan. So here, that is the create service and HANA, that is the service and the service plan here, and here I have to put the service name. Okay, so basically it will create service. Well, actually that is the create is in process. So if I execute this command, I can see the status. So this is my service and it is showing the create in progress. So basically it will take time. Let it be done. Now check again. So see, now the service has been created automatically, and now it is also started and it is ready. So now what I have to do, I have to create a service key, that is the key service key, then the service name here, and that is just a default. Okay, so service key has been created, and when it creates service key, and you can see that the default environments just JSON file also create, and it basically what it just log into the cloud systems, and it collect the all credential related information and paste into the default folder. So later when we create when we execute anything which is related to my database, then it just use this default environment for the credential. Okay, so I have to now use that service key. So that is called HANA CLI, and that service name again, that is default. Okay, so key is now established here. So now you can see that there are default env JSON is here, but if we run the default environments file is already created in the root directory, but it is not inside the DB directory, right? So what I can do, I can manually copy and paste every directory, or I can do another things. What I can do, I can, like, if I go to the package, if I go to the package, like that is the script. In that script, in the package script, I can just, what I can do, I can just okay, so what it will do, it will copy the default env file and it will paste every directory. And here, that is the start. I can also change that. Okay, just save, and so now what I have to do, I have to and CTS env that is my CTS run env. Okay, so start npm run env. Okay, sorry for that. Actually, I just forgot that command. So now I can what I did, I can run only these scripts. So that is the npm and run env. So it run, and you can see that it execute those type of things. Okay, so now if you go to the db folder, you can see the default env folder is there. I'm not opening because it contains some credential. And if you go to the service, you will also find that default.env. So now you can, what I can do, I have to check if I go to the DB folder. If I go to the DB folder, so now actually what I will do, I will execute everything from the DB folder, and now I have the package.json and I have the default.env. So I have to check that this credential is using for or not. So that purpose I have to execute that HANA CLI status. Okay, it's look good. Okay, so you can see that when I execute this command, it uses the default env JSON. There's that what actually that all configurations related information is stored here. So it's log into the systems and it can grab that all information. So it means that our configurations and everything is good. Okay, so in here actually I can also again npm. So basically it's not required, but if any package or something is missing, then actually it will just install. So now everything is ready. What I did, basically I have created projects, and after that I design a data model. Basically that is design means that just a simple table. In the next video I will show you how to enhance and how to design the data model, but in this video that is only just a simple table. That is the table, and after that I built and I found that this table is generated in the table information, so that is ready for the deployments. And after that I have connect the my HANA database, and now what need to do, I need to just start npm. So basically it will deploy, then that is called npm start. So what it will do, it will deploy my project to the database in the cloud. So you can see the deployment started, and you can see that it will deploying everything, and it is the searching the container, deleting some unnecessary file, and it's writing file, and it's also okay. So everything is done, it's look good. So if I go to the database, so now that is all. How can I go there? Okay, so let me sign in again. Okay, so from here you can just open SAP HANA Database Explorer. So it's starting, and from here I have to HDI container. Okay, so you can see that this container is created. So I just click here, just okay. So it also, you can find everything is there. And if I go to the table, so you can see that this table, the very basic table is there. So just double click here. Okay, that is only one column is what I created. So now everything is fine. So now if we alter the table, for example, if I want to add some more columns here, for example, like if I add name string and like here integer, so I just alter table and I add new 2 columns. So now what I need to do, I need to go back to my root directory, and again I have to rebuild. Why I have to rebuild? Because currently if you go to the source and basis table information, you can see that there are only one column is there. So if I rebuild again, it will update the HDB table, that is called CDS build. Also build is already done. If I refresh, CDS build target gen build completed. So here, oh sorry, I am in the user, so basically I have to go to the cd projects. So my projects is this cd. Okay, so again PUIT. Okay, so now you can see that this HTTP table has been updated, but it's not deployed yet. So now I need to go to the CDDB, because you know that I am deploying here from this is a DB table, because in that package its deployment is configured here. So again just npm start. Now it will deploy. So it's deploying the new table. Okay, so now again if I go to the database explorer, if I refresh, see, you can see the table has been updated with the newly created column, and it is also deployed in the HANA Cloud database. So that's all. So you have successfully set up your SAP HANA native application project using SAP HANA Cloud, or that is called the CAPM. And in this tutorial, you learned how to configure your environment, create a basic application structure, and deploy your application. It's not basically application, it's just a table. And stay tuned for further tutorials that will make you understand into deeper database model and other. Thank you, everyone.